But I didn't know nothing about being a police officer. I only heard negative stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I said, look, I need to do a ride along. I need to see what this is all about because I got bills to pay. I got a son to provide for. I ain't got time to be worried about all that bull crap that people talking. I need this opportunity. And so I did a ride along and it blew my mind. It blew my mind. For the first time in my life, I saw a hero in Officer Sean Payne. I saw a hero. I used to think these NFL players, and no discredit them, no discredit to them, because they work hard, they're very talented, God-given ability. Some of them are great people, some of them are not, just like anything else in the world. But when I saw Sean, I was like, this dude is like a superhero. We literally went from changing a flat tire on the side of the road, an elderly lady, and I was like, oh, this is kind of boring. And then right after that, we got an emergency tone call where a guy was trying to commit suicide. He was actively cutting his wrist, is the call that came out on the radio. We jump in the car. I cannot confirm or deny if I've ever gone 80 miles per hour on a private street. But we did when I was riding with Sean Payne. And we were going about 80, 85 down the road, flying. And people don't know how to move over. They panicking, stopping in the middle of the road. We almost died about 3 times. We get to the location, and my heart is racing. I'm like, I'm scared. You know, I'm scared. He ain't scared. I'm scared. I ain't gonna even lie. I came from the hood and I was scared. You know what I'm saying? And we get out, we run to the apartment complex and I was able to trail them. We get to the unit, they kick the door in. And I'm standing off to the side, and once they go in, I was able to look around the corner. The dude was literally, there were some little kids laying on the floor, and then he was at a chair, and I saw him back there trying to cut his wrist. And Sean Payne saved his life. We get back in the car. He was asking me about my family before we got on that call. And I remember getting back in the car and I'm like, and he like, hey, Brandon, what were you saying about your family? And I'm like, what family? What family? I don't even know what you're talking about right now. You see what just happened right here? And he was like, and you know, I'm up to the point where I'm just like, how did he do all this? I'm nervous, I'm scared, I'm still having the jitters. He just let it go. And he said, man, I do this every day. And I'm like, bro, you do this every day? All day? He go, yeah, that's what I do for a living, man. This is what I do all day. This ain't nothing to me. And I'm like, bro, I gotta do this for a living. I have to do this. I think God's mission for me is to be this guy, right? And so I joined the police department, and I did everything on the police department. I was on a SWAT team. I was a field training officer, which trained new officers, general instructor. I taught at the academy. I was a spokesperson for the police department, believe it or not. And the funny thing is, our police department had like 8 black people on it. Our police department, majority white and Hispanic, and I was the first of the youngest spokespersons to ever be speaking on behalf of the police department, which was a blessing. And that opened my eyes up to more things about politics and stuff like that, because I was still going hard for Obama. Obama was my boy. You wouldn't tell me nothing about Obama. You know, I said on my Facebook, y'all go back and look at it a long time ago. I said, Obama go down in history as the greatest president. And oh, was I wrong. That's one thing I was wrong about in my life. That's probably the only thing. That's my opinion. Hey, I'm not presenting it on behalf of anything else. That's my opinion. But I would go hard for Obama, arguing every day. Boom, 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 boom. And then Obama started trashing the police department. He started making statements which he didn't have any knowledge of that negatively impacted me on my job. I saw brothers used to come after us after Obama was talking about Michael Brown, what he was talking about when a professor went to his house, and then I guess the neighbors thought he was breaking in his house. He said the police acted stupidly, and when you look at the totality of what happened, they were just doing their job. It was no malice involved. But he didn't know that. He didn't care, never corrected it. Michael Brown, they determined it was a justified shooting. He still railed against the police, and I could not accept that. I made up in my mind, after serving my community and putting my life on the line for people that I would never honestly know, being willing to die and sacrifice everything my future held, my family, everything, for other people, and this dude is gonna come out and trash what we do on a day-to-day basis. I made up in my mind, man, I will never support anybody that cannot support men and women that wear the uniform. And so that opened my eyes. I said, you know what? They tripping over here. They tripping. The person I once loved, I ain't feeling him no more. And then all the rest of them were piggybacking off of what he said. And I said, man, these people are fake. I said, let me look at what the other side have to offer. I never looked at a Republican candidate in my life. I thought they were racist white people. That's where I grew up. Republicans, racist white people, Democrats were for the black people. They ain't no proof or nothing. That's what I felt. And so I looked at the Republican ticket and I saw Ben Carson. I say, Ben Carson go hard. He has the mannerisms. He have, the integrity. The dude is probably one of the greatest men of any race in history. The things that he's been able to accomplish is absolutely, just amazing. And then his story of coming from, I call it humble beginnings, right? Mama didn't know how to read. He had an attitude problem similar to myself growing up. But look what he's done with his future. Not making excuses, not letting people hold him down and losing all this stuff. Man, that man went out and got it. And so I said, man, I can vote for him for president. Conservative values. I believe in God. I believe in the Second Amendment. I believe in lowering them taxes. When I got my first check, I said, oh, no. Y'all said I was making $22 an hour. Y'all taking a third of my check. Where is it going? And then I realized this, and I'll go back to this. Everybody I arrested was on government assistance. I say, they had the EBT cards, and I'm not dissing them, but I'm like, bro, you out here smoking drugs. You out here misusing abilities. You are an able-bodied man, and you out here doing this stuff on the corner, and my tax dollars are paying for you, and their tax dollars are paying for the service. Let me make sure I got enough time on here. And you expect me to pay all my money for people that's doing that? Y'all better do something different. They better do something different with my money.